Florida losing at home to South Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Watching that South Florida beat Boise on Thursday of that first week extravaganza, talking to Dusty Dvorak on the show, where he pointed out, look, South Florida, their next two games after they beat Boise was Florida and then Miami of Florida. And I said on SportsCenter, I said, mess with the bull, you get the horns. And that game was one of those hang around, and Florida scored a couple of touchdowns that were taken off the board by penalty, and you allowed
I was watching that part.
And you allowed the South Florida team to stay within arm's length. And then Florida gets a touchdown fourth quarter to take the lead, 16-15, and now you got to hang on. And it's field position, and it's punts. And South Florida, to their credit, they don't let Florida extend. And then we see another incident where dude spits on a guy. What are we doing with the spitting? Gigantic penalty against Florida. And then they hit a screen, and it's a big play. And the next thing you know, everyone in the swamp's like, we came back. We got to sing I Won't Back Down. We did the arms around each other, and everybody's swaying, and we're feeling good. And now we're not feeling good at all because they can kick a field goal and beat us, and they do. And Alex Golish is going to be the name. Just write it down now. Dude's 41. He's a South Florida coach. They start their season with ranked victories against a playoff team last year and a team everybody's talking about this year in Florida and Lagway, and they go in the swamp and they win. And South Florida, like, fans of teams get really pissed when you say this, but you're going to have a hard time having that guy be your coach again if he's intent on doing stuff like this. Somebody's going to come drop a bag on a young guy that's got an edge to him, and South Florida gets a chance against Miami to stack another one. But today, in the moment, just acknowledge what a gigantic victory that is. And you and I, for 2 years, have been banging the drum for Coach Napier. That's a brutal loss because, Steve, the next month of games for the Florida Gators reads as follows: at LSU, at Miami, home for Texas, at A&M. That's the next month of games for Florida. Cannot lose at home to South Florida. Can praise the Bulls, can acknowledge what the coach that I admire, a guy whose star is on the rise. But if you're the hometown team, can't spit on dudes, and you cannot let them beat you in your building. And, I mean, it's a tough spot for Florida and Coach Napier on the back end of this one.
Yeah, I was stunned at the end of that, being able to watch that before we went into Oklahoma. And South Florida lines up 58-yard field goal, and only in South Florida is the kicker's last name Grammatica. And I'm like, wow, they're going to go for this. Just short. Florida gets the ball. I think it was 3:36 on the clock.
I don't know. I didn't jot that down. Yeah.
First play, they throw the ball incomplete. Run the ball second down, nothing. Throw the ball third down. I think they gave 16 seconds off the clock. And as you pointed out, South Florida gets the ball. The biggest play was his little screen dump off to the running back, makes a couple guys miss, goes for about 30 down the sideline. And then again, when you know you could do it and you run the ball, when everybody in the building knows you're going to run the ball and they get off an extra point for a game-winning field goal, that's pretty demoralizing because you go back and it happens because of the decisions you made. That's a tough one. And you pointed out earlier in the game, they score 3 touchdowns on a drive and they all get called back.
It was in one drive. It was three.
Yeah.
3. And they
walk-ins, a pass to a tight end, a running back runs in. It's a holding. I think it's 3 holdings maybe.
Yeah.
And you just, in a game like that, we talked about on game day today, in a game like that and it's been talked about plenty of times, when you have a smaller school in the state against the big school in the state, all the players know each other, and plenty of motivation
Always
on the smaller school.
No doubt, because they might have sent you a letter and you might have had an offer, but was it a committable offer? Or were you?
Yeah. Did you really get the offer?
Man. The coach
got the letter.
Coach, I got it. You got a letter. I saved it. I say, yeah, but you didn't have a committable offer, did you? So no, the smaller schools' motivation's always going to be amped up. Get a giant win, man. And again, at LSU, at Miami, home Texas, at A&M. Good, gaggly good.
How's the house? Was the house watching that one? That couldn't have been.
We have a lot of activities. People are all over the place. So
okay,
we had.
All right.
It was not great.
Okay.